Hi guys, welcome back to Beauty with Time. Today's video is going to be all about how I lay my frontals. So this is my updated routine on how I lay my frontals now. Okay, so really quick, this hair is by DYHAIR777 hair. I have in the lengths 18, 18, and 20 inches and also an 18-inch frontal. So this is how the hair is looking. And again, this is their Brazilian straight hair and it's real pretty. And these are also the lashes that was sent with DY77 hair. So just keep on watching so you can see my updated routine on how I lay my frontals. Bye. Okay, y'all, so this is the hair that I was sent by DY77 hair, and it also come with this really nice brochure, tell you your care instructions and these really cute lashes, as well as the frontal that has been pre-plucked. And again, this frontal is in 18 inches, and the bundles look really good, and they are personalized with the inch of the hair on it, which I love. Alright, so here I'm just going to go ahead and section off the hair. I do want to prep my hair before I glue it on my hair so I can make sure that it's nice and flat, and I am using the hot comb, basically the back of the comb, to flatten out the hair. Of course, you can use water or mousse and tie down with a scarf, but if you wanted to lay flat and stay flat, it's best that you use a hot comb. Here I'm going to be straightening the hair, and this is how I straightening my hair. I use a brush and follow through with the flat iron, and this is a Cortex flat iron I got from TJ Maxx a few years back. And then each section that I flat iron, I take the hot comb and use the back of it to make it even flatter. So that's all I'm doing here, just following through with the brush and then flat iron it with, well, straighten it with the hot comb. That hot comb is your best friend when it comes to your frontals, honey. So yeah, I'm just doing that step all the way across the top of the frontal, creating a middle part so that I can have a nice, sleek, flat install. So here I'm just brushing the hair out of the way and going ahead and going to cut off my lace. I use scissors. You can use a razor or whatever. I just cut it off. I usually don't have any lace left over. I just have I cut it close to the frontal, the hairline as I can. So here, these are my cornrows that I did in no time. And I'm using Got2b glue to make sure my edges are flat. That's a very helpful step when it goes to gluing down your wigs. And I'm using these wrap strips that I got from my local hair store, and it was like $1 and some change for a lot of them. So I'm just tying it on my head for about 5 minutes, and then after 5 minutes I'll go ahead and slide it off. So as you can see, it makes my edges really flat and they're out of the way. So here I'm taking this 91% alcohol and rubbing that around my hairline, on my skin where the glue is going to be. So I just do that, and then I'm taking this Walker Tape Scalp Protector, which is basically alcohol and a few more ingredients as well. I just do that to be on the safe side. So here, after that has dried, this is the cap that I'm going to be using. It's a tan cap. This cap is a little too light. I do like to use this brown one. However, when I use the darker brown one, it's like I have to go back with concealer. And then when I use the tan one, it's like I have to go and add makeup. So I don't know. It's a hit or miss. So these are some popsicle sticks I got from Dollar Tree. You get 60 for $1. And this is the best way to apply your glue. The glue that I'm using is Ghost Bond, which is my favorite. Really the only adhesive glue that I have tried. Besides like the ones from the hair store that do not work and get really greasy. So here, as you can see, I apply the glue in front of my hairline. And then I smooth it out with the popsicle stick. I do this first before I add my cap, so that when I do add my cap, I will have a guide. Because I find when I put my cap down first and then try to lay the glue down, I'm either way in front of my hairline or like on my hairline. So I like to do this step first, put the cap on, make sure I'm cupping underneath my ears so I can have my tabs down. And then I'll go and add the glue since I have a guide to go by. So that's a really big helpful tip there. And then, of course, I take my popsicle stick and just smooth it out. And then I'll wait and let it dry. I don't blow dry it or anything like that by me smearing it out really thin. It dries in no time. So it's about 5-6 minutes. And then it'll dry clear like that. So here I'm just taking my scissors and cutting off the remaining of the cap. You want to get really close, but of course make sure you don't cut your skin. And then you'll go ahead and add some more of the Ghost Bond glue, and then I smooth it out with the popsicle stick. This way, after each layer, it tends to dry a little clear, but you don't want it to dry completely. You just want it to get a little clear so you go to the next step. So now I'm going to wait, and this is how it's looking. I'm going to go ahead and add my second layer right on top. Now, as you can see, I'm adding the glue like right onto the cap, but you do want to make sure you have some glue like on your skin so that you can have the lace on your skin and not just on the cap. I find that it lasts and sticks a little better when you just have like half and half. Half of the lace on the cap and half of the lace like on your skin. So I'm just smoothing it out, repeating these steps. I did 4 layers, just like this, and smoothing it out with that popsicle stick, which is my best friend. Can't do it without it. And that way it helps with the drying process. So as you can see here, that's about as good as it's going to get. I know it is still a little white, but that's okay because it will dry clear. So this is my wig, as you can see, all nice and straightened. So I went ahead and put that on my head, and I'm going to start by pressing down the middle first. And a lot of people say make sure that your fingers don't touch because of oils. I don't think that has nothing to do with it. I use my fingers, but I like try to push the hair in front of it so it's not like my skin, like my fingers on the glue. It's more so like the hair is on it. So I'm just pushing the middle, and then I go and do the sides. And as you can see, we're going to cut that off since this is my first time wearing this wig that I made. So next time, that part will be taken care of. So I'm just moving it down. As you can see, I was pushing some of the hair down with it. And now I'm just taking my red tail comb and pressing it down to make sure that it is all secure and nice and flat. And as you can see, it's like really holding down. Look at my eyes. They look like cat eyes. So here, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and cut off the remainder of the lace so it basically fits my hairline. It's not like a moon shape or like some kind of circle. So I got to cut off the rest of the frontal. So I'm just going to pull back my hair, section it off around my ear so that we can make sure that the wig does fit to our head. So that's what you have to do to get the remainder of the lace, because the frontal comes way too long, but I'd rather it be too long than too short, and then I can, customize it how I want. So as you can see, I'm just following around my ear, cutting that off like so. So now that's how it looked, the remainder of the lace, and now you are able to pull down your little sideburn as well as cup it and pull it behind your ear to get a more natural, realistic look. And I'm doing the same thing to the other side. And then I'm just going to find where my ear is again, and then clip it back, and then I'll go ahead and cut around my ears so that, of course, we can pull it back. So, next time I go to put on this wig, I won't have to do this step, but since this is a new wig, that's how I have to do. And as you can see, this is how it's looking. Pretty good, pretty flat, but I do have a white residue, so I'm going to use this Black Radiance powder as well as this Morphe brush to just go and cover up the white. Or you can just wait. I keep saying that I'm going to glue my wigs on like the night before and then record the next day to where I don't have to do the makeup and it will dry clear on its own, but I never do that. So I just went ahead and took some water on a toothbrush to put that on my edges so I can get the makeup actually off of the hair. So I just pulled it back, cut off so I can make some baby hairs, and I'm using this Style Factor Edge Booster to create my edges. And look at that. Don't it look so good? So I got a little carried away with my baby hairs, but I thought it was cute at the end, even though I did a lot, but I was just really feeling myself, and this hair. So I'm just taking my straighten comb and, you know, trying to make it a little flatter at the top, even though it was flat enough, but I was being extra. So I'm just taking my straighten comb and just going through my hair, brushing it through, and this is the finished look. It looks so flat, so good. You would not even know that it's a wig. It's cool with me swooping it behind my ears, and this is how the hair is looking. I love this DY77 hair. The hair is really thick, and again, this is their Brazilian straight hair. Yeah, I love this hair. It's so soft, and it's looking so natural and realistic. Swoop it behind my ear, pull it up, have it really nice and flat. And this is how I do my updated routine for my frontals. Alright guys.